Hearing about portfolio is one thing. Actually going to go do it is something else. And it seems at the time before you become educated about it, it seems a little overwhelming and a little daunting. But getting into that class, being walked through the steps and the process, you learn pretty quickly this is pretty straightforward. And if you devote the time and manage your time well, this can be done very easily.
I think I was surprised by the diversity of the options when it comes to what you can submit credit for. When I first got into my prior learning class, I was really focused on what are the major requirements that I could portfolio out of. And then once I found out that it also applied to electives, which I wasn't really aware of, my instructor really helped me understand like the broad and diverse types of classes I could portfolio out of.
The portfolio really makes you look at important things in your life, from getting married to buying houses, to your kids going to school, to promotions, to struggles, to new job assignments. It was fascinating for me to try to pull together 25 years of a life because it really is more than just your work experience. It's all the things that make you the employee that you were. You learn so much more at your job because of what you're going through at home and in your life, and it all fits together to document who you've been.
It was kind of scary to put yourself out there and say, these are the things I've done over the course of my life. I think that they have value. I think that they have been of college level. But then to actually have the validation of a professor assessing them, saying, yes, these were in fact good experiences for you and brought you learning, was actually very validating.
Honestly, with some self-reflection, you learn that, wow, I've done a lot more than I thought I've done in my lifetime, professionally and personally. And it's kind of nice to be validated by the university to say that what you've done is actually worth something and means something. It's learning. It may not be traditional classroom learning, but it's learning.
The exercise of really examining where you've been and what you've been doing for the last 10 years, it's an eye-opening for you. Whatever you've been involved in, they ask you to document it, write it down, and show how that applied to the learning experiences you find yourself.
So I knew this was an opportunity to really obtain my degree much faster. That felt like that St. Ed's was giving me and all new college students the opportunity to take advantage of that to accelerate their degree plan. So I went into it really excited and optimistic and looking forward to what I could learn, because I knew that would be the building block for me to be able to put together successful portfolios.
It takes a lot of self-determination and time management skills and not getting discouraged. At one point I did get very discouraged when I first was working on my very first portfolio. In fact, I sent an email to Dr. Gunn saying, leave me behind, I'm not going to make it, this semester's been too difficult. And she said, no, just try to submit at least one class, I know you can do it. And so once I started working on just that one class, I realized kind of how easy it was to actually do, and then I did 3 more and I submitted 12 hours. If you have done a lot and you feel like you have had value in your life from your life experiences, then you should consider portfolioing, because if you can justify the value of what you've been doing since high school or since the last time you were in college, then someone else is going to be able to see that value as well.
I would say to somebody that's considering portfolio, look into it. And seriously look into it. From the time standpoint, the time you're going to save using portfolio compared to traditional classroom learning, as well as the cost, especially if you're paying for school yourself, and you've already done the work in real life, get credit for it. There's no need to have to learn it again and get credit for it again. So it's a tremendous tool, and it's one of the main reasons why I chose St. Ed's in the first place.